Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another Your Little Castle show. This is the show I'm looking forward to because we went through the whole show, the first show, and I had to look at this beautiful food on our table here and say, but I can't eat it until the second show, because if you eat it during the first show, you can't show it until the second show.
That's right. So that's delayed gratification right there, brother.
That's another good. That's a very, but write that one down, guys.
Yeah.
We've got our pencil up here.
That's right.
Important that we all believe in and support delayed gratification. You deserve it, to be happy and satisfied, but make sure you put in the work before.
There you go. Right.
And if it has to be put off a little bit until you've worked the good stuff. All right. Well, I'm going to zoom back out here. We got our wide shot here for everybody. Carroll House Furniture, because you like nice things. Where do you like nice things? Well, most people are putting these nice things in their little castle. So
there you go.
In my house and at our Airbnb, three of our Airbnbs now, we have all Carroll House Furniture.
I have a couple of Carroll House pieces in my house as well.
So yeah, there you go. So if Kit's got it and the Cowboys got it,
right,
some of the stuff, go to Carroll House because you like nice things in your little castle. All right, with that, now we get to go back to the fun stuff because wow, I started doing some Google searches. Right, we use this thing called Google.
Right. Yes, I think people have heard of it.
People have heard of this, right?
Yeah.
And all kinds of great information you can find out there. But jars by Fabio, I got to meet Fabio, and so this show, we're not only going to endeavor in showing more of this, but I'm going to actually get to eat one of my favorites.
You get to eat it.
And we're going to eat.
You get to eat it. You get to eat a couple of them. You get to taste a few of them.
We've got 5 different flavors right here right now. Get yourself a pack. Take these things and get them sent to you. How many are in this box normally?
So you can fit up to 8 of the full-size jars in there. Okay. And then you can 12 minis. The minis come in 12 packs. So you have to order the minis by 12s. The individuals you can order as many as you want, but up to 8 will fit in one box. 8 will fit in one box right there. Right. So get yourself a box of these for somebody who's done a good job. We talked a little bit about what is it that people who are you helping the most with? People that have deserved a little reward. They no doubt, right? So you've had a long day at work, right? You've been with the kids all day. Why not come get everybody a treat that they like, right? Yeah.
Yeah. As I say, this is the stuff my grandma on the west side of the family. She made this stuff, man. And it was just like we go to grandma's just for this because she was smart. She knew how to get us to come over to the house, and so that's what we're enjoying showing off a little bit.
My nana would always take me for a little treat after a ball game or something like that for sure. So
well, that's again what we're talking about. All right, so tell me a time you guys have been doing this for a short period of time. You guys
we've been open not quite 2 months.
August 16th was the date I was there for.
Yep. So we're just actually a little over a month, and it took about a year and a half to get open.
Okay.
So it's a process for sure. We're new to this. This is our first time going into owning our own business. So it's definitely a process. We worked with a great general contractor, Anzac Developments. Loved them. They were fantastic. Everybody told us that it was going to take longer than we expected, and everybody was right.
Well, that is often the case for just about any. If anything's worthwhile, it usually takes more than
back to the delayed gratification, right? Yes. There you go.
You deserve that, but you got to earn it. You got to put the time, and you want to make sure it's done right. It's better to do it right the first time than to have to go back and do it.
And
again.
that is actually part of what took so long. Is there were a few things that we did want to make sure were done the way that it was going to make sense to when we open. So that we probably could have opened a couple months earlier, but we would have rather waited and made sure things were where we wanted them before we opened the doors.
Makes sense. And when I looked at the location, we're going to show up on the wall here a little bit. I took all kinds of pictures. Everybody knows, watch out, Cowboys here. He's going to take pictures of everything.
That's right. Cowboys there. We were on the camera, we were on the video. We had it all going.
And so I got for the actual ribbon cutting, for the actual first ever, the doors open, and packed house, and everybody was digging it. So great stuff. So tell us, tell me a time already. You've had to have a couple of examples where somebody you just felt like, oh wow, we just made somebody really happy.
It's awesome. We've like I said, it's only been a month or so, but my wife literally did a women in business event at the Ritz today. So it was pretty cool. My wife is the heart and soul of jars in St. Louis, at least. She's running the day-to-day operations. I am helping behind the scenes and helped us get rolling, but she is doing it all on the day-to-day basis. So it was pretty cool for her to get connected. We're doing our first wedding reception this weekend. It was kind of cool because a couple came in. They came in opening weekend, and they saw it, and they were like, we've been trying to figure out what we wanted to do right for our guests at the wedding, and these are perfect, right? And so Monica worked with them and set up, kind of the different options they had to fit the perfect package for their wedding reception. And so we're doing our first wedding on Saturday. So it's pretty cool.
That's a great
We like
one,
to
yeah.
be part of something cool like that, right? Like you get to be a part of somebody's love story.
That is awesome. Yeah, I was gonna say these are the great treats. You could get the whole wedding party, all the guests
Right.
could get some of these, and they're just because how often you have like anybody gets you that little bitty or a little. Yeah. Compared to this is somebody's going to remember the wedding they went
Right,
to.
they pop, right? Like
had
you can really get an assortment of flavors, and kind of unlike a traditional cake where you have to pay extra for each type of cake or something like that, you can order a variety of different flavors and it becomes cost effective for you.
Well, that's what you're talking about, and making a little impact on our little plan and giving somebody that satisfaction. We talked about what every business serves some purpose to make a difference and make an impact. And for me, this is a no-brainer, man. This is going to put a smile on somebody's face. You could be having a bad day, and somebody walks up with you with one of these cherry cheesecake, and they're going to go,
Let's make our day better.
Okay, everything's
Right?
good.
Let's put a smile. Let's put a smile on somebody's face today with a delicious jar.
That's what we're talking about. Okay, with that, we're a little bit behind on our list of questions. I usually finish with that question. Check out that first question. That last question is normally on the first show, but check out the whole first show. Kit gave us some great information. Got to really delve into what it was they've started here, how they got started, and everything that went into the decision, and why they did, and how you selected the franchise they went to. Unbelievable story there. Check out that first show. You can see that on their social media, our website. We've got a lot of things we can do for you to make sure you guys can see that. But with that, our second show, we usually start off with this one. We already hit you with the last one. I love that last question. Time you really help somebody. But how has technology affected the way this business is run? And I'd say there's a lot of things, obviously, but give me a couple.
Yeah, so it's
efficient.
it's so cool now, right? All the technology just makes things very efficient. We run basically everything at the store through Square. You come in, you can order. You can either come in and order from our in-person employee at the desk. You can order through the kiosk. We have DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub. All of that stuff is amazing. So you can get whatever works for you. But the Square has really been awesome because we can generate invoices immediately. So if you do want to do a catering event, first of all, to do a catering event, we would love to work with you, whether it's a birthday party, a bar mitzvah, a wedding, a gender reveal party, you name it. We're looking to work with you on some stuff to make some cool memories for your party and event. But reach out to my lovely wife, Monica at stljars.com, and she will personally help you set up whatever you need and give you all of your options. But they will generate your invoice. It does our ordering needs. It's pretty slick. And then we have this pretty cool system with all of our menus at the store are run through the TV system. It's called Wand, and it updates our menus, automatically sets things. We can even, when something sells out, it automatically puts sold out. When we're changing our new flavors for October 1st, we get our new seasonal flavors, and it automatically updates the menu. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's amazing what you
I
can
was
do
looking
now.
up. I guess I'll show a little bit of some of the pictures inside the store.
Yeah.
We got, like I said, I'll come in and wherever anybody showed up, I just said, Cowboy, will you come to our grand opening? And Monica was so adamant that I was there. She's like, the date changed. I want to make sure you knew about the date change. But you can see what's going on here. But this is just an unbelievable location. And I was so excited because, you've got these giant monitors everywhere for people to see exactly what it is that you guys are offering.
Kind of gives you a little behind the scenes, just a little videos of how they're put together and stuff too, and then the menu. So it's pretty slick. Yeah.
Yes, well, and that's what we're talking about. What technology? There's always some means to have technology. Those big monitors up on the screen there, we've got there for everybody. This is how you get to order. I mean, this is very cool because you can see, wow, hey, this is a big 3D. This isn't some kind of piece of paper that you got. Oh,
no, those are 75-inch screens.
75-inch screens.
Hanging them was a bit of an adventure. Yeah,
that's how Kit was coming around. He's not only got his law degree, very intelligent, WashU, but he's also very strong and very able to do some construction.
As long as somebody that knows what they're doing tells me what to do, I can do the physical part of it. There you go.
That's very true. That's good stuff. All right, so the technology stuff you really got a handle on. It looks like, I mean, when you walk into this location, you can see, I shouldn't just stop with that picture. I'm going to zoom back out here and show a little bit more. But when you went through everything that you had going on.
My lovely wife. There you go. There's Fabio.
And there's Fabio, and there's those but I'll go through these a little bit more for everybody.
Yeah.
That's Fabio, the guy who created this whole thing.
Again, the chef behind the whole concept. Some of you may know him from Top Chef. He's been on there multiple times. He runs Michelin restaurants around the world. Phenomenal chef, but also just a really cool, down-to-earth guy that you would love to meet. And he'll be coming in periodically for things, and so if you we'll try to make sure we get it out there, and if you ever want to come meet him, he would love to meet you, and like genuinely good dude.
Well, like I say, you got the Cardinal theme going on there, lots of fans, lots of business supporters there, and like literally you guys had everything going on. I was excited to see you had such a good response from the people when you had your grand opening there. Got the Mizzou tent going on, a little bit of everything represented.
I'm a Tiger at heart, so we had to represent a little bit there. Yeah, just like tonight.
Well, then tell me, and we had it on the screen there, but I guess there's a number of ways. If somebody says, man, I want some of this, what's the easiest way? You've got a couple options with regard to that. You can just come in as an individual.
Yeah, absolutely.
Individual can come in and buy their own just for themselves.
Walk in the door, 8853 Ladue Road. Come on in and see us. We've got some great employees that would love to take care of you. A good mix of people that really do care. Otherwise, like I said, we are set up with all of your major delivery options, so you can do Grubhub. You can do DoorDash, you can do Uber Eats and get them delivered. And then, of course, if you're looking for something for more of a group event or a party, as I said, reach out to Monica, and she will, happily take care of you and have everything ready to go for either, we can either work out a delivery option or a group pickup option, depending on what your needs are.
Yeah, and that's what I said. The group thing has got to be kind of fun because now you get to walk in. Whoever walks in with a box of these is going to be the most popular.
You are a big wig at the party. You're party VIP right there.
And the email, Kit did some good work here. The domain, I like that. Monica@stljars.com.
That's right. We are St. Louis's version. That is right.
That is for email purposes, but that's an easy way if you can remember that one. Monica, and then the @ everybody else at stljars.com. And great to see that you guys have made it easy for people to get involved and enjoy, partake in what you got going on. That's when we put the cowboy hat on.
That's put the cowboy hat on.
You're doing stuff for the community, making an impact.
Another thing to let people know is we are working on a food truck. So we hope here in the not too distant future to be able to, bring the truck to some of the festivals and concert events and things like that. But also potentially could also do, if you had a large party or a large business, we could bring the food truck to you down the road. So we'll have more announcements that comes, but that is definitely in the works.
Okay, now we're talking too, because everybody enjoys when they got a truck show up at their
truck full of delicious desserts, right? Can't beat it.
I want everything I want here in my backyard. You can make that happen. The food truck, everybody. All right, well, already then I'm sure, and we'd like people to share with us a little bit, when you were making the decision, what was one of the biggest decisions or one of the challenges you had to go through when you were making this, or how you were getting going? What was it that you say, all right, we already learned a little bit here by, here's another thing in life. That
it is honestly just taking the leap, right? I mentioned in the first show, we have a 7-year-old and a 3-year-old, 2 boys at home. So we did have to weigh, that risk of taking and jumping, head first into the deep end a little bit. Like I said, it took us 1.5 years to get open. So there comes a lot of investment, a lot of time, a good portion of, what I've worked for my whole life has gone into this venture. So that is the part of it that is a little bit scary. Right.
Yeah. Well, how many people? I did this myself. A lot of people do know my story a little bit.
Right.
But baseball career ended by a drunk driver. Terrible situation. It came back years later. And I'll tell you, funny. Kit knows this. Yeah. But I did pretty well for the Spikes. Ended up making to the Semi-Pro Baseball Hall of Fame. But I was never the best player in the team. I don't think I was. There was no doubt about it. We had some great ball players.
Our team was loaded. Our team was loaded. But what was great about Carter is, man, was he a pesky at bat. Right. People hated throwing to him because he would work a walk, he would foul off pitches, and eventually he would knock you a base hit and get on base, and he would frustrate the hell out of them too. So yeah.
Well, that's what I kind of enjoyed doing. I were guys who were like, man, I would run into these guys later, and I'd say, hey man, he's like, no, we're cool. That was just baseball.
Yeah,
man. We were good.
Yeah.
But a point I wanted to make, and this is a little shift in life, kind of little reference to what you were talking about. When you make that leap, for me, it was I came out of retirement, went off to play professional football. You
Right.
know, that kid was a quarterback, by the way, too. At
Lafayette.
Lafayette.
Yeah, Lafayette.
But I was a kicker, and I went off and I picked up, played for the Monsters, got some NFL trials. That was fun. But I came back to play baseball. And I thought, what did I do before my coma that I didn't do afterwards? And that was when I was playing with the Spikes. I'm like, okay, I'm older, I'm bigger, I'm in the men's semi-pro ball here. Got to hit that ball hard. I dropped my average from like an average of around 380 down to 300, 320. I went back to play in the men's league at age 35 or whatever, 30, 35. I was 40 at that time. And I said, just put the ball in play.
Yep.
What do you call the guy who hits the most dinker base hits? Batting champ.
Yep.
So
Right.
I won the batting title.
Right, there's a place like
so how
a lot,
often-
Luis Ariz right now, right? That's a guy who never strikes out, puts the ball in play, and he's super valuable.
So yeah, there's just sometimes you just need a mind shift in life. I guess that's where you brought that. And just let me try something different here because what I'm doing is not
we
making
looked at it as a chance to build a legacy for the family, right? I've enjoyed my career. I've been in medical sales for a long time, but it would be nice at some point to just be working for myself. It allowed my wife to work for herself with all her experience right now, and hopefully, have something established to leave to the kids when they get older to take over for us.
That's what we're talking about. Yeah,
Right.
and then creating that legendary something you could pass on to the kids and give them an opportunity to do that. So many families, they just don't plan for these kinds of things, but starting off young enough, I wish I'd have started younger too. You're still, Kit's I think 10 years younger than me. I'm not going to say, but
I don't know if quite that, but
I'm
a little
52
bit.
now.
I'm 46.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's 5
Yeah.
or 6 years old.
Yeah.
I guess I was like, man, he seems so young. Anyway, a kid can still throw a fastball. I bet you can still throw an 85 mile an hour fastball.
We'll go 80. How about that? How about that?
80 is still pretty good.
Yeah.
But back to the point, which was how often in life do we just need something to just go back and make a difference? And how many people don't do that because they're too worried about getting out of the comfort zone.
It's hard. Yeah.
And that's where we end up a lot of times. Okay. Tell me that. What's your favorite? You got a quote you had that you thought was important to you to make kind of impact?
I mean, I didn't have much of a choice in this because my dad, who's awesome, he's an old football wrestling coach, 82nd Airborne guy, grew up on a farm in North Missouri. He's that guy, right? Up at 5 a.m, doing everything like that. I grew up with Vince Lombardi quotes, like in my room, like all that. So, it's hard to pick one, but I want to make sure I quote it correctly. The perfection is not attainable, but if we chase perfection, we can catch excellence. So I want to make sure I got that correct. But that has always been one that's been there, and it makes sense, right? The more you put into it, the better chance you are for a good result. Not guaranteed, and it's never going to be perfect, but the more you put in, the better chance of success you have.
Okay, yeah, because you may not hit it out of the park, but you're going to do something big and impactful.
Right, in baseball, right, you may not get the home run, but you might slap that double down the line.
Right. Get yourself in position. Yeah, it's along the lines of shoot for the stars and land on the moon. Right. And how many people, they just never take the chance. They never go out there, so they're never going to have that. And I've learned the hard way, which turned out to the most. We learn most from our mistakes, from the things that don't go right. But how many times did I just try something, didn't know what I was doing, but man, I figured out the right way, and I also figured out the wrong way, and it made me stronger, made me smarter.
No doubt. And it goes back to the other thing that I always say, right? It's not how many times you get knocked down, it's how many times you get back up, right? It's the same kind of concept there.
Yeah,
right?
that was another good quote there. So I like that. Great quotes we get here from a lot of them tied into our sports background, and those your dad.
Can't help it. From the time I was 2, I think my earliest memories were, being with Dad on the sidelines or at the wrestling meet and stuff like that. And my mom, who's amazing as well, she was a cheerleader and all that. Women's sports weren't really what they were now, but she was a big sports fan, my biggest supporter probably ever. And I think up till I was about 10, would try to play catch with me in the backyard till it finally got to the point where she just couldn't handle what I was throwing anymore. But she would, God bless her, get out there and try to play with me in the backyard. So I owe a lot to my folks for sure.
Yeah, I know both your parents. They're both dynamite, and great to see people like that. You can see the results you get when you talk about good parents that raise good kids. And I think there's I think there odds. I've done a little matrix. There's a 25% chance that's going to happen, right? You got great parents, the kids end up screwed up. You got great parents, the kids end up all right. You got bad parents, the kids end up all right. Or you got the fourth one final.
There's definitely a correlation, right?
So how does that all work out?
Correlation, causation, all of that stuff. There's something to be said there.
Yeah. But you guys have done a great job, and I knowing your dad personally, he's always been a big supporter of everything we've worked on, and spikes and all stuff. He's a real positive personality to have around too. Well, tell me that people are interested. Somebody says, "Kid, man, I really love this, but." This is what's the objection? If anybody ever has any objection about having anything like this sweet.
So we're pretty new. So we've been fortunate. Like I said, we've only been open about a month and a half. So we haven't had a whole lot of objections yet. There's a couple things that people thought they were coming in. They didn't quite know what was in the jar. So I think that's probably been our biggest objection, because maybe the jars by Fabio, if you didn't look at it, you don't know exactly what you're walking in the door for. So for those that don't know, our traditional jars are custard and cake creations, or layered custards and cakes, different flavor profiles from around the world. Again, Carter's pulling these up now. So we have 8 standard flavor profiles right there. Your strawberry shortcake, tres leches, banana cream pie, red velvet cheesecake. We do point out again, I want to make sure we do have a gluten-free option for people that need that. We want to make sure we take care of everybody. And again, we are working on a couple of things for some other kind of specific customer profiles with the kosher and things like that we hope to be able to offer so we really be able to offer our treats to anybody that walks in the door.
Yeah, I said the only objection somebody might have is like, this is too good to be true. This is heaven.
That would be amazing. Yes, that would be amazing.
That's what you get. Well, we're going to get to enjoy some of these here in just a few minutes and watch as we do. We're going to film up close. I've got my remote control so we can zoom in a little bit to see how awesome this food is. But with that, what is it that gives you the most satisfaction at the end of the day so far? Obviously, but you've already enjoyed having a great crowd, a great audience, a group of people come through, and people saying, "Man, you just made my day." What do you enjoy most about this?
So we are starting to see some of the fruits of the process and the labor, right? So particularly my wife, like I said, she is the heart and soul of this. She's the only reason it's happening. She's an amazing person, as I mentioned in the first show. She's terrified of being on camera. That's why she's not here tonight. But if you go into the store and see her, you will love her. I mean, everybody loves Monica. She is just the sweetest person, and just full of joy and bubbly, and just wants to make your day. So truly being able to help, like, put a smile on somebody's face, because like you said earlier, maybe they're having a bad day and something like this can make it a little bit better. If it is looking for something really cool for an event that really is, that pops and shows well and brings a cool factor to something, that kind of stuff really makes it worth it at the end of the day.
Well, that's what we're all looking for, something in life that we can do that. And I can imagine a lot of people, they get stuck. Guys, take the leap. I guess one of the best lessons learned from what Kit's talking about here.
Yeah.
Get out the pencil. I told
Take
the kid,
the note.
I got this at the gas station.
That's right.
Take note.
Take note.
Take note. Take that chance. Take that opportunity. Go out there and try something different, because you don't want to spend your whole life is short. How many times Kit and I are getting to that age? My dad still talk to him every day, but he's up in heaven, and he did a lot of important and exciting things. But that's where you learn. You get the opportunities to make a difference and impact, and that brings you joy. And as long as you're doing, I think, to support that higher power, whatever that might be for you, you're doing good to help people.
Yep.
Things are going to turn out.
And as a reminder, we mentioned in the first show, if you come in and get a jar, scan the QR code, and post a picture of your jar on your social media accounts, a meal is donated to a local food bank through the Gift a Meal program. So we are definitely looking to give back to the community. We want to be involved in community events. We're already talking to a bunch of people. Obviously, we're brand new, so we're trying to make sure we're in a position to do it. But we want everybody to feel that Jars St. Louis is part of the community. That's what we're talking about here, and that's why I knew. When we had Kid is one of the most respected guys in the community. Everybody in St. Louis baseball knows who Kid is. Like I said, I don't know how anybody who's in 4 Hall of Fames, but Kid's about to be inducted into his 4th. And so for somebody who's just a good guy, I thought, man, here's an opportunity to really share somebody who took that leap. You said, I'm going to go off and try something different, and how we can share a little bit of what he's gone through in the process, and some of the results you've already seen, to share that with people a little bit. I appreciate that, brother.
Okay, let's dive in here. The moment I keep looking at
Oh,
this,
yeah.
all right, I have been waiting for this. Show me how do we go about this here, Kit?
Well, luckily, Monica, again, awesome, threw some spoons in for us. So, again, as a reminder, tonight we have a few of the flavor profiles. So, up top, again, these are your minis. So, those come in a 12-pack. Perfect for parties, events, things of that nature. We have our red velvet cheesecake right over here. You can see it.
Yep.
And then on this side, we have the... Actually, you know what? I think I was wrong. I think this is the gluten-free option. That's the caramel chocolate cheesecake gluten-free on that one. And then down below, you're also going to try one of my personal favorites, the banana cream pie, which is right over here. One of our big sellers, which you can imagine, the Oreos, cookies, and cream. And then this is one of our seasonal varieties, the strawberry cannoli, which is super delicious.
Okay, everybody, we're going to dive in here. This is like the moment I've been waiting for all show long. Kit knows what I liked. I think that's what he
you get to try all the ones you want, brother.
I can try well, this is the one. I'm one of those that's like, I want to try the ones I don't like as much, maybe last, and save the best for last.
Do what you want.
I don't know if I can do that now. I've already got it in my hands. We're going to take a bite here. All right, everybody. Check this out. Which one is this?
That's the red velvet cheesecake.
Red velvet. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So here it is, my first bite since the last one I had, which was just not too long ago. And this just looks amazing. So here we go. Yep. All right. Is there more? Another couple? I'm going to come up. Can you open the store up? How late the store open?
We are open to 10, so you actually can still get there tonight.
We still have time to do that tonight. So,
yeah.
So we're recording on a late evening here. It's 8:42 right now. I still have time to make it up there, but that was dynamite. Now, since I've touched it, I get to keep it. Right?
Yes, that is yours.
Not going back to the store with this one, but good, because I want to make sure. What I want to do is maybe try another one. Then that's dynamite. All right. That was awesome, everybody. So if you're going to get up and try any of these things, this is obviously one of those that you're going to enjoy, because look at that. That turned out awesome. And you can see, wow, just good looking and tastes even better than you imagine the way it looks. So, all right, one down. I'll do one other one. You going to try one, Kent? You going to tell us?
I can. Obviously, I'm familiar.
Here we are.
There's nothing on here I don't like. So,
all right.
There are certain flavor profiles that everybody has preferences for. So, like I said, as I mentioned, I'm a banana guy, so the banana cream pie. But I know I love that one, so I'm gonna leave that one for you.
Okay.
So the only one of these that I have actually not tried, so I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
I have not done the gluten-free.
That's this one up here.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do it.
All right, let's see what that looks like.
And now that being said, like you mentioned in the first show, I also love cheesecake. So chocolate caramel cheesecake is not going to be a hard sell for me. But yes, all right.
Hold it up a little bit for everybody to see. There it is. There we go.
There you go.
Yeah, here it is. Grown men eating sweets that we love.
That is delicious. This might be one of my new favorites now.
Okay.
Yeah. How about that?
That's a big old, nice. There you go. Professional eating we do here, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to show you how to eat the best food that you'll find on. This is hard for me not to grab another one. I'm going to reuse.
It might be hard to believe, but I don't miss a whole lot of meals. Yeah.
Kit's a big, strong guy there too. It's 98% muscle over here, everybody.
Used to be. Yeah.
But that's why he's such a good athlete. All right, of all of these, I'm going to go with. I think this.
You're going to love it.
Is this
if you're a banana person, you are going to love banana cream pie.
People have called me worse, but yeah, bananas. But this looks good.
But I always have to make that caveat, right? Because there's certain flavor profiles that certain people just don't deal with, right?
Gotcha. So, and because I've got my camera kind of set right there, I'm going to go ahead and press. Zoom in on this now and move. I'm going to slide this all over just a little bit.
Help you.
And so here it is, everybody. This is, oops, I'm making a mess by putting everything. Oops, we'll go like that. Okay, here it is, everybody. So I'm about to take a bite out of here. There's my
trusty spoon.
Got to clean that off.
Clean the palate, right?
More of it.
Clean the palate.
All right, here goes, everybody. Now, what kind of cookies are those?
Those are vanilla wafers.
Those are, yeah. So I love vanilla wafers.
I do too. So
all right, everybody, we got the whole thing going on here. Here it is, everybody. All right, I can't just have one little bite.
No, you gotta dig in, right? Yeah. And the cool thing is, the rim around the jar is also delicious.
You get to eat everything on here. Yeah.
You get to eat everything on it.
All right, one more bite. It's hard to do a talk show when you're
while you got mouthful of food.
All right, there it is, everybody. I'm putting it back.
We got the Carter seal of approval, the Cardinal Cowboy seal of approval, right?
You can't go wrong. I knew they had great stuff. I knew this would be a great show to talk about, but we are over. I'm going to have to do some editing on this one, but that was dynamite. Good stuff, Kit. Thank you
Appreciate
for coming
your
in
time.
here, sharing with us.
Thanks for having us.
And if you guys check them out, everybody. Jars by Fabio. You can see they get a hold of Monica right there, and boy, Kit.
Please
and
do.
his
She would
crew,
love to help you out.
They will do a great job to help you guys, but you can get them, call them direct on that phone number, 314-202-8736. There's Kit. He's a franchise owner. He's available at the store sometimes too.
Sometimes, yeah. I'm still. Monica's there most days. I'm there occasionally.
All right, everybody. Stay tuned for more, everybody. You're enjoying the Your Little Castle Show. Get yourself some great food here. Treat yourself. All right, giddy up. Wow, I got carried